Hi there! Buckle up for an intense journey into the Ghost Rider universe. Have you ever pondered the treasures buried under the fearful structure of an infernal, skull-headed biker? What is it that makes this individual so impressively intimidating? A fiery skeleton riding a motorcycle could easily be seen on a Meatloaf album cover, but what distinguishes this figure from Scorpion at a Sons of Anarchy gathering? Hold on to your handlebars as we screen the 12 mysterious abilities that make Ghost Rider an incredible supernatural presence. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Exploring Ghost Rider's origins. Born to a motorcycle stunt rider, Barton Blaze, Johnny Blaze had a challenging time dealing with his father's surprising death. He was then adopted by Crash Simpson, his father's manager, and moved in with Crash, his wife Mona, and daughter Roxanne. When Mona becomes injured during a motorcycle stunt by Johnny, she requests him to give up bike stunts. Johnny, however, kept on practicing and secretly improved his driving skills. When Crash was diagnosed with cancer, Johnny struck a deadly deal with the devil, Mephisto, mortgaging his soul in return for Crash's life. The deal cured Crash, who, however, died while trying out a risky bike stunt. Once Crash Simpson passed away, Johnny Blaze's world shattered. The devil reappeared, claiming to have cured Crash's illness, and called upon Johnny to be his emissary at night and accompany him in Hades through the day. In this manner, Ghost Rider, a malevolent demon personality with the spirit of vengeance, was born. With his first comic book appearance in 1972, Ghost Rider has stepped forward to the silver screens, most prominently in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The Ghost Rider is known to have possessed many people, showcasing various specific skills consisting of the infamous Penance Stare. It's time to get familiar with the mysterious abilities of Ghost Rider. Hellfire manipulation. Ghost Rider knows how to control Hellfire perfectly, which is his most spectacular and emblematic ability. Hellfire, stemming from a supernatural source, is able to burn the soul of a person and his physical body into heaps of fire-scorched rubble. Yet, this otherworldly force has the shape-shifting power to create variations of fire needed, like a cavalry charge, a torrent, or a whole myriad of flames. Such mystical power conforms not only to his will, but also to his command. Hence, he has the ability to regulate and direct it in accordance with his wishes. Whether as a defensive shield or as a devastating fire weapon, the Hellfire bends to the Ghost Rider's will. Thanks to Hellfire, the Ghost Rider can wield powerful weapons. One such weapon that can be summoned is a chain of fire. These weapons give Ghost Rider incredible versatility and strength. In the form of shotguns, knives, or pistols, these infernal weapons are available to the Spirit of Vengeance to demonstrate his control over the mystical fire. The Hellfire under the mastery of Ghost Rider symbolizes the terror he unleashes from his eye sockets and mouth. Through his power, he is the one who brings hell. Penance Stare. In those close fights, the Penance Stare is a supernatural functionality wielded through the spirits of vengeance or Ghost Rider. When locking eyes with the target, he causes an excruciating self-mortification by forcing them to experience every terrible conduct, sensation, and sin they've ever committed, and also the pain they have brought about on others, ranging from distress to bodily discomfort. In some cases, the person is burnt to death if their sin is extreme. This effect is similar to the soul-searing torment of Hellfire. Typically used to punish the ones deemed responsible for sin, the Ghost Rider can popularly apply the stare based on their morality centered on precise sins. While traditionally directed at the harmless, the Ghost Rider Rider may also additionally choose to use it on every person he selects responsible for sin, irrespective of a heroic or villainous reputation. However, its efficacy may fade if the recipient has a couple of eyes like Zodiac and Spider-X, and it has no impact on blind humans like Snowblind. The penance stare might sometimes fail depending on the intensity of the targeted person's sin or his resilience, like it doesn't work on Punisher because, well, he's a Punisher. Moreover, the subjectivity of morality raises questions about fairness and the apt use of it. It can compel people to face their evil doings and pay for their deeds. Supernatural durability. Ghost Rider, as portrayed by Johnny Blaze, is an extraordinary character whose resilience surpasses the ordinary level of resistance to any physical harm, thus granting him iron-strong immunity. He has exhibited this unbreakable spirit when he gritted his teeth and stood firm before ferocious beings such as the Hulk, who pummeled him with attacks that would defeat others but do not bring any sign of strain on him. On facing extreme trauma, such as the destruction of his whole skull, Blaze's body autonomously heals and experiences no sensation of pain. The control of the Ghost Rider entity over Blaze's personality causes superphysical resilience in him. The only weapons with the power to damage him are the ones that are forged in heaven with divine energy. On the other hand, he is hard enough to resist an array of bullets and powerful blasts of energy, and even falls from thousands of meters without being hurt. Metamorphosis into Ghost Rider has radically changed both the structure and texture of Blaze's physique, and now his skeleton remains the only element. Therefore, the projectiles, like bullets, are useless against him. When they hit him with bullets, they pass through his body or bounce off his bones harmlessly. Also, it seems that he is oblivious to physical injury and does not experience pain, even in cases when torture is the most severe. Ironclad physical resistance is one of Ghost Rider's features. It allows him to engage enemies in battle without being hurt, making him a powerful and effective fighter on the battlefield. Chain manipulation. The Ghost Rider's Chain of Perdition is a top-notch piece of weaponry. Just imagine a flame-shaped cranium with a whip. It plays a pivotal position in Ghost Rider's intellectual energy. The chain can be converted to serve almost any deadly cause, taking many shapes and relying on the wielder's intentions. This is possibly the most versatile weapon amongst all of the Marvel powers. The chain is the essence of Ghost Rider's strength, whose form is managed by means of his thoughts. It could evolve into specific items like whip, lasso, saw, flail, shuriken, or even end up as a set of knives. It can attain top-notch lengths occasionally, playing a major role in strategic moves during battles. Furthermore, it can break into component parts and act as blades. It can also be converted into a staff or spike heads, which can pass through any cloth at an unimaginable speed. While not in use, the chain forms a loop as part of Ghost Rider's attire and is reshaped at will when summoned by the wielder. The Chain of Perdition is a loyal soldier in Ghost Rider's army of weapons, slaying any enemy indiscriminately and brutally. Soul reading. In the world of comics, empaths like Mantis, Professor X, and Raven, who have the power to communicate or sense danger, are not uncommon. In that case, however, the empathic power of Ghost Rider is exercised with a different aim in mind, almost like an otherworldly scent. Ghost Rider can determine the state of a person's soul, deciding whether they deserve justice or injustice with ethereal fire. The empathic skill that he possesses allows Ghost Rider to distinguish between the sinners and the innocents. Whether donning the powers of Ghost Riders or in the guise of the simple man Johnny is, he can feel the essence of a human soul. Nicolas Cage's rendition in the movies present this attribute in a particularly powerful manner, and it appears Ghost Rider chases behind wicked ones in order to punish them. Ghost Rider also possesses soul manipulation powers. Apart from empathic sensing, he can teleport and destroy non-corporeal spirit of nearly anything he touches. He can also eat impure souls, leaving lifeless bodies behind. Can't think of anything scarier, I swear. The magnitude of Ghost Rider's empathic radar highly depends on the amount of sin or purity a soul has. An individual's degree of evil or virtue might reflect the strength of Ghost Rider's signal to detect them in a crowd. Not only can Ghost Rider connect with individuals on a deeper level who are close by, but he also has the capacity to pick up on the tracings of sin from afar. Hence, he is able to pursue villains even when they are trying to escape or run. Through this judgment, Ghost Rider can either lead them to redemption, or he may inflict his punishment by eating it. The duality here shows us how he is both justice and vengeance. He is a dark punisher. Dimensional travel. If you think Ghost Rider needs to book an airplane ticket to travel, you're wrong, my friend. His superhuman powers pierce into the realms of the metaphysical, crossing over dimensions. Provided with the ability to perceive an area, Ghost Rider can determine dimensional abnormalities and fissures and then open gates to other dimensions. The multiverse opens up its gateways to him, allowing him to discover different realms featuring distinct landscapes and populations. Adaptability adds to his combating capacity, allowing him to face enemies on unfamiliar ground and get strategic benefits. Whether he's being summoned by supernatural forces to fight, or he's in hot pursuit of a person across the distinctive realities, Ghost Rider's spectacular ability of dimensional travel is an incredible asset. Nevertheless, his travels are not without risks, since he can meet unknown dangers and new threats, local and unique to the particular dimensions he's in. Despite this, Ghost Rider bears obligations of retribution across the multiverse, vowing to guard the innocent and enforce divine justice. Regeneration. In addition to his immortality and agelessness, the transfer of the spirit of vengeance endows Ghost Rider with durability unparalleled by his enemies. Ghost Rider's regenerative ability goes past just physical restoration. He can quickly revive himself even after suffering awful accidents. Destroyed cranium or loss of arm? Don't worry, the fire never goes out in his skull. These characteristics make him a tough adversary for supernatural creatures as well as demonic entities and sorcerers who attack him with magical forces. The rapid regeneration ensures that he can preserve his pursuit relentlessly. Being immortal, aging does not affect him, permitting him to live in top bodily shape and hold his top power forever. Ghost Rider's resilience also extends to various environmental risks and extremes. He can continue to exist in severe temperatures or atmospheric strain, among other environmental factors, without being harmed. Weather manipulation. It is well worth noting that Alejandra Jones' association with Ghost Rider added a different level of weather manipulation to his command. This ability in Ghost Rider allowed him to change the climate on Earth. This incredible power allowed him to summon tempests and winds, or even manipulate atmospheric situations according to his comfort. He could summon thunderstorms or hurricanes or tornadoes as manifestations of his wrath. This allowed him to utilize natural forces as guns of divine justice. Ghost Rider's manipulation extends beyond meteorological aspects. Whenever he wanted to go somewhere else or visit another dimension, he could do so through ominous clouds. In other words, this adaptation showed that these powers are connected with the spiritual and metaphysical components of his life. Ghost Rider's use of climate manipulation confirmed how adaptable he became in terms of being a supernatural entity. Object animation. Ghost Rider is adept at using animation to win over opponents. Pretty crafty, right? He is portrayed as a transcendental entity who is enticed by fire. The flames engulf his motorcycle and substitute its rubber tires with fire-blazing tires at mind-blowing speeds, knocking down obstacles effortlessly and even defying gravity, flying over obstacles like cars. Also, he can cast mighty fireballs from stemming his motorcycle or smaller ones from his palms, which have considerable power. Ghost Rider can also animate inanimate objects using hellfire to create weapons and manipulate elemental demons. Resurrection. Necromancy is when someone has the power to control dead people and therefore can do anything that pertains to death. The Neocromancer Ghost Rider has a deep knowledge of it, which means he controls death itself. He can therefore bring back people from death by putting their souls back into their bodies and making the spirit land communicate with the physical world. This man has a serious thing for souls, guys. When these individuals do come back, they are not exactly who they were before, but just enough of them to show around and explain things to people or fulfill some tasks for others. There are times when this necromancy leads to temporary resurrections or unforeseen consequences. Even though this supernatural resurrection holds significant emotional gravity for him, providing moments of reconnection and closure in an otherwise dark world, it also poses moral questions and personal struggles. Creating clones. Ghost Rider's ability to create hellfire clones testifies to his control over infernal flames. By mere thoughts or gestures, he can make copies made up of hellfire. I bet hellfire is this man's best friend. They are not illusions, but are actual clones of the spirit of vengeance, symbolizing the indomitable and formidable powers. They are exact replicas of Ghost Rider, with flaming energy running through their veins and supernatural abilities. The clones can wield chains with accuracy sharp enough to kill, emit hellfire as a torrid downpour that has the force of a natural disaster, and even possess unyielding endurance. This means they can simultaneously fight several enemies who are outnumbered and outmaneuvered by their relentless assault. Using the hellfire clones for various tasks or goals concurrently saves time. Nevertheless, this drains Ghost Rider a lot because it greatly demands his power and concentration while conjuring up the clones. Moreover, these clones operate based on what goes on in Ghost Rider's consciousness, thus making them susceptible to attacks and much more vulnerable than the original person. However, if one wasn't enough, we now have an army full of burning skulls. Exorcism. Ghost Rider can house up to 201 demons, depending on his signature level, by harnessing the added powers of Zadkiel, the Angel of Vengeance. Additionally, when a demon is removed successfully and the burning effect is caused on the aggressor, Ghost Rider gains a healing factor over time. However, there is an accursed need for him to consume demons. However, cursed by Zadkiel, Ghost Rider absorbs an unwilling demon within himself every 2 seconds. Furthermore, every time the hellfire is put into play by Ghost Rider, except in special moves, he absorbs 1 to 3 demons per blow. His sanity can only be kept if he keeps performing exorcisms on them, constantly putting him at the threat of demonic insanity. For each exorcism attempt, there's a 70% chance that it will be successful while fighting. Marvelous verdict. Okay guys, it's time to wrap up this journey into the Fiery Skull's endless powers. Whether you're already a fan of this fireball of a hero or exploring this adventure world, I promise the infinite list of Ghost Rider's unbeatable powers will surely win you over. You can't get enough of the burning skull, sin-eating mind, and breathtaking motorcycle stunts. Be wary of that sinful thought. Ghost Rider is watching. Let us know in the comments below which Ghost Rider power is your favorite. Don't forget to support us by hitting the like button. I will see you in the next one. Till then, have a good one.